it's nonetheless done quite fabulously over there. Let's go back to Ishan, and he's where all the action is happening. Ishan, so much of yoga talk since morning and watching them as well. Have you also tried a couple of poses, tried your hand at yoga this morning?
Well, not really, because it has been raining. I have been holding umbrella all the morning. But yes, this is something where everyone, even the Gen Z, wants to learn. Because there's a lot of stress every day you have, particularly the Gen Z. But yes, this is something where everyone keenly looks at to relieve their stress. And yoga can be one such, thing that one can have as part of their daily morning routine. You were earlier talking about how what the Prime Minister really said. An important point that I earlier did not mention is that the Prime Minister has said that yoga has also slowly started to get a tourism economy in India. There are people from international, countries who are coming to India to learn yoga, and India has become one such destination where people from across the globe are coming to learn yoga. In the last 10 years, he has said that there has been expansion in terms of developing an economy related to yoga in India, and from Himachal to Kerala, there are places where now international audiences, calling them people or those who are enthusiastic about yoga, are coming to learn yoga. There's a clear message from the Prime Minister as well that Kashmir can become one such destination where a place like Kashmir, which has surrounded by mountains, cleaner air, and then you have the better infrastructure, that yoga can also be performed here. It'll be interesting to see whether there will be yoga training schools that can be opened up in a place like Kashmir, because it's somewhere where people also come to relieve their stress and see the natural beauty. And if there's a yoga kind of a school that is opened here where people from other places can come in, because it's already a popular tourist destination. So if we can add up a school where yoga is taught and somewhere where people can come, and because we have an international flow coming to Kashmir, you have people from across the India coming to Kashmir. So if that possibility can be explored, so that can be a good addition to one's itinerary if he is coming to Kashmir. And this can also, again, as the Prime Minister said, that's becoming a slowly, there has been a generation of economy in terms of yoga. So this can become one of those destinations where yoga can be taught from the grassroots level. Stress was also laid on the fact that countries like Saudi Arabia, where yoga is being now taught, so similar models can be replicated in other places as well. But yes, there has been a tremendous change in terms of people who want to learn yoga. Even prior to 6-7 years, there was an attempt from the government in Jammu and Kashmir to bring yoga to schools, to help schools learn yoga so that kids can, from the very early stages, learn yoga, and then when they go about their lives, they can perform it every day, they can use it, they can relieve their stress. And also the fact that they come from a place like Kashmir, there can be that stress buster. But yes, there's a possibility, because the Prime Minister has said that there's a boost in that particular economy as well, where people are coming from outside, so that possibility can also be explored in terms of Kashmir. But yes, yoga is something, exercise is something where we all are a little lazier, but something where we want to learn and want to have it in everyday life.
Right. All right, Ishan, and you're absolutely right about the fact that it'd be lovely to see if yoga can stay in the valley in some form or the other beyond just this day and beyond just the Prime Minister's visit as well. It'd be lovely to sort of incorporate that. That's a good point over there. Now let's cut across from the serene, beautiful, really chilly and cool morning in Kashmir to a hot and humid one in Delhi, where we have our reporter there as well. This is Bharat Mandapam, I am told. So, hi there. Take us through what exactly is happening. We understand the yoga entire exercise there and the presentation is over. Have people run back home, or some of them have still stuck back and the yoga community have sort of got together?
They wanted to stay back. They wanted to do some more yoga. They wanted to try some more asanas. But because it's a working day today here in Delhi, so they all rushed back once the session got over. But today, Delhi witnessed yoga sessions on large scale, from EM as Shankar to all the member of parliaments, sitting member of parliaments in Delhi participated in yoga events happening all across the national capital. In fact, central ministers also proactively participated in yoga event. One thing that I would like to share today, Sonal, is that there was an announcement which was being made from the stage where I was covering, that if you really want to be the brand ambassador of India, if you really want to be the brand ambassador of this Naya India, then you should know yoga. Because when you travel abroad, people will ask you that do you know yoga, how to do asanas. So, that is how people are connecting to yoga and this entire way of living life. People across different verticals, different age groups, today participated in yoga event, and it's 10th Yoga Day celebration in the row. For the first time when Prime Minister Modi proposed it, given the global acceptability of yoga, then there were a lot of criticism also at that point in time. But later, UN General Assembly accepted it, and this day has been named as International Yoga Day. And as my colleague Ishan was rightly pointing out, that not just in India, Southeast Asia, America, but even in Gulf, many people here in India try to link yoga with the religion. So the reply to them is that even in Gulf countries, yoga is being practiced on large scale. The yoga studios are being set up. And this is all because of the push that the government of India and Prime Minister Modi has given to yoga. Back to you.
Yeah. Yeah, Siddhant, help us understand this as well. You've covered several yoga days now over the years. Could you highlight a couple of things that were different this year, or how yoga has progressed over the year? We are now a very health conscious nation. In fact, all over the world post-pandemic, there has been a sort of a streak or a drive to stay fit. How was this time different?
Well, there is a sense of maturity that I could see in people. Now they are, as you rightly pointed out, they are more matured in picking what to eat, how to live life, and as they say, and there was also a very nice line that today yoga teacher told all of us, that आप दुनिया के लिए जीते हैं, अपने परिवार के लिए जीते हैं, दोस्तों के लिए जीते हैं. ये 40 to 45 minutes ऐसे होते हैं जो आप अपने लिए जीते हैं जब आप योगा करते हैं. And at the same time, yoga leads us towards a good life, healthy brain, healthy minds, and that is a difference which India is witnessing today. Maybe 10 years, 20 years back, this culture was not so much accepted. People used to do yoga in their homes, or maybe some celebrity used to practice yoga in those days. But today, in every household, in every nukkad, gully, kona, the yoga is accepted, and people are seeing the difference, feeling the difference because of practicing yoga. So, now with each passing year, Sonal, I can see more people participation. It has become people's movement now. Maybe for the first few years, the government was pushing it, ministers, Prime Minister himself was pushing it, Government of India talking about it. But now, what I could sense is that even if you go to a park also near your house, you will find a stage and carpets arranged for people to do yoga. So at every nukkad, kona, corner, it is being organized. So it is all because of the acceptability and the people's participation, not just in India, even all across the globe. As I was pointing out, in Gulf countries, I do visit Gulf countries quite often, and I see the yoga studios are being set up, and people are liking this way of remaining fit. So I think the global acceptability of yoga has really
wider acceptance of yoga, not just within the country but across the globe, is what you're saying has happened over the years, and perhaps that achieves the purpose of what it is. What the purpose was set out for International Yoga Day. Thanks, Siddhant, for that. Stay with us. We also have Arun Dhanta joining us. He's live from the Yamuna Sports Complex. Arun, good morning. Thanks so much for being with us. Just want to start by understanding, how was the experience like early in the morning? Yamuna Sports Complex, a lot of sporty people. Did they decide to ditch their runs and dumbbells this morning to try and give yoga a shot?
Well, absolutely, and it was a big event here in East Delhi's Yamuna Sports Complex, because Union Health Minister and BJP's National President JP Nadda was present here, and also, of course, BJP's Delhi unit chief. So all of them were present, and there was a massive gathering in this cricket stadium. Of course, there were people who were doing their routine work. Some of them were running around outside the stadium. But of course, the enthusiasm that I saw in those people who were present here, people from all ages, youngsters were there, girls were there, women, men, and people, old age people, they all were present. And some of the women whom I have spoken to, they were telling me that there were multiple issues with which they were suffering, like sugar, cholesterol, high blood pressure, and how they could manage to control those things by performing yoga regularly. And of course, the message which they gave to the youngsters that today's generation should wake up early in the morning and should adopt yoga. And of course, we've seen over the years, especially post 2015, how things have changed. When it started, we saw Prime Minister Modi setting that record in the Guinness Book of World Records with by performing yoga with more than 30,000 people. Now it is increasing. This time around you have 177 countries participating in it, and how big you could see the impact of the country with this, because we were the one who mooted the idea of International Yoga Day. It was Prime Minister Modi's address in the United Nations General Assembly in 2014 when he talked about this. And also, of course, importantly, the date, 21st of June, the longest day of the year in the Northern Hemisphere, of course, where India fall. I think yoga is something which we have given to the world, and world has accepted it. Therefore, today you're seeing 177 countries globally. Yoga is being recognized. And as far as the country is concerned, Prime Minister Modi is doing it in Jammu and Kashmir. Nadda was here, and and there were various other ministers who were deployed in different parts of the country. And as you were asking, Siddhant, that what different government did this time around, Prime Minister Modi himself wrote a letter to all the Gram Pradhans, just to convey them that how important it is to have the participation of everyone, and therefore what is the role of a Gram Pradhan. We all know, of course, Gram Pradhan is somebody who is a very important person as far as village is concerned. So if that message goes into every village through the Gram Pradhan, I think then probably everyone would be able to know as to what is happening and what are the impacts of it and how beneficial it is. And also, of course, selfie with family kind of campaign which started by Ayush Ministry